It is completely unbelievable. There's actually a Wi-Fi battle on my channel again. And this battle is against PirateBirdXBA. And he's the guy who made the music you hear as I speak. So enjoy that music. I'll leave a link to his channels. He has several down in the description. He does some cool stuff. And I actually also have something planned for a little bit later on this channel, because he recently released a beta of his new game, which I am gonna be playing pretty soon on this channel if everything goes after plan. So let's take a look at the battle. Looking at his team, the Venusaur, which is his Mega, is definitely gonna be trouble for me. Pretty much the only things I have to hit it with are Latias and Starmie, and considering if I hit it with the Psyshock from the Starmie, it's not gonna be worth much if he can just retaliate back with the Giga Drain, because it's not gonna be enough to knock it out, even though I am choice spec'd with the Starmie. So I'm pretty much just gonna have to keep both my Latias and Starmie around for that Venusaur. Other than that, I have pretty good matchups against a lot of his team, especially with Mega Mawile. This is an old battle, by the way, so it was like way before Mega Mawile was even, way before they even thought about suspect testing it. So no need to comment about that. And yeah, let's just jump into the battle and see how it goes. So my lead for this team is like pretty standard with the Mienshao, because it can do fake out and U-turn like an idiot. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna do against this Donphan. I'm expecting him to want to get up rocks, which is actually kind of gonna matter later in the game, as you'll see when we get there. I'm just gonna fake him out, get a little bit of damage, and then get the U-turn off, take some life orb damage, which actually is not gonna matter at all, because I'll be back at full again with the regenerator ability that I have. So now I'm gonna send in Latias, which is actually an Assault Vest Latias. So I'm thinking I can take anything this guy wants to throw at me. He can't hit me with an Earthquake, and even though if he has the Ice Shot, it still won't do much. So he is gonna switch out and go out into his Heatran, which is gonna take this Psyshock. I don't remember exactly what I predicted to him to send in, but it was at least not the Heatran. I'm just gonna go for a Surf, and it does not as much as I thought it would, leading me to think he's probably Assault Vest as well. So now he's probably realized that I'm Assault Vested, and that he's not gonna be able to do much, or at least not as much as what I'm gonna be able to do to him. So he's gonna send in his Weavile, and I'm gonna get a Surf off, which is gonna do nearly half, not quite. So now, of course, I do not want to take any physical ice move from a Weavile. So I'm gonna switch in my Mawile, get it Intimidate, and resist the Ice Punch, which is gonna do about a quarter of damage, is -1. And I know he's not gonna want to stay in now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set up a dangerous substitute. As he brings in his Granbull to get the Intimidate before I get the substitute off. This is actually one of the battles where having Hypercutter would be a better thing than having Intimidate on the regular Mawile, but usually Intimidate would be better, just not in this case. So see, he's gonna be able to live that Iron Head because I'm at -1, and had I had Hypercutter, I would have been able to just knock him straight out, and I would still be behind the substitute, and everything would be just fine and dandy like that. So now I know I'm outspeeding, so I'm just gonna try to set up another substitute, because I'm thinking he does not want to stay in again. And I predict right, he's gonna go out into his Heatran, as I just set up another substitute, and I'm just pretty much doing as much damage as I can with this Mega Mawile now. And he's gonna bring back out his Gramble, probably just trying to get another Intimidate, but I'm behind the substitute, so that doesn't even matter. But the Sucker Punch is gonna fail, so it's kind of gonna be a free switch for him, as he's gonna switch back out again and go into his Donphan, which is gonna take this Iron Head fairly well. I am still at -1, so I'm just raking up a bunch of damage at -1 with my Mawile right now. So now I'm just gonna go for a Play Rough, since I am behind a substitute. I have nothing to lose really, because there's the only thing I can do with an Earthquake is breaking my sub, and you're gonna see that I'm faster than him, so I'm just outspeeding everything with a Mega Mawile. That's not something you see every day. And he's gonna withdraw his Donphan now, going into his Granbull again. This time he's gonna get another Intimidate off, because I'm obviously not behind a substitute, but still at -2, this Play Rough is more than enough to take it out, and down goes the Granbull. So now he's gonna bring back out his Donphan. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for another Play Rough, but I miss, and he's gonna take me out with an Earthquake. I don't think the Play Rough would have been enough at -2 to take him out, but anyways, I was just trying to get some damage off and just let the havoc of Mawile stop. So now I'm bringing out Raikou. I pretty much just want him to think that I have HP Ice, which I do. I just, the obvious way I brought it in screams that I have HP Ice, which is actually good for me, because now I'm going to be able to set up a substitute, which is what I do with this Raikou. It's a Sub-Calm Mind set, which I've had fair success with, mostly back in Gen 5 when Hidden Power Ice was better. So he's going to switch out his Heatran again. I don't really know why, but he's gonna go back into his, he's gonna go into his Venusaur, which is gonna eat up this Thunderbolt. I did not want to go for a Calm Mind, just because of the fact that he could break my sub and I would still be nowhere with that Calm Mind then. So now he's gonna Mega Evolve and turn into a huge piece of trouble for me, because I don't have much to hit this thing with. And pretty much I have a resisted Thunderbolt and a Hidden Power Ice that essentially will do neutral damage because of the Thick Fat. So I'm just gonna try to set up a Calm Mind, see if there's anything I can do with it, as this goes for a Sludge Bomb, which takes my substitute out, which again tells me it's probably offensively invested Venusaur, and since he took the sub out at I was at +1 special defense. I don't know the exact calcs, but that's just an assumption I'm making. So I'm just gonna try to set up another substitute as he switches out his Venusaur, maybe to get some more offensive pressure. He's gonna go for the knockoff, which is not gonna knock off any item because just did the substitute, which is good for me because I get to keep my leftovers and I get to take his Weavile out with this next Thunderbolt. So I'm sitting pretty at +1, but I did lose my substitute to the knockoff, which is gonna suck because now he's gonna be able to bring out his Latias. I'm just gonna go for the Hidden Power, get clean bunch of damage on him before going down myself to this Psyshock. Obviously hits me in the weaker defensive side, and it's just gonna rip me a new asshole. And Raikou's down. So now I'm gonna bring in Latias. It's kind of a misplay because I thought I would be able to take his attacks a lot better than what I did. So he's gonna go for the Dragon Pulse. Luckily for me, he did not go for the Draco Meteor, and I'm gonna be able to live on just 18 HP. I thought that would do a lot less damage, but I am gonna be able to hit back with a Dragon Pulse of my own and take out his Latios. But now, pretty much, my Latios with the Stealth Rocks up, I did not really think about that much, but with the Stealth Rocks up and me having no way to get rid of those Stealth Rocks, it's pretty much just dead. But I'm gonna switch into Starmie, not really thinking about the amount of HP and the Stealth Rocks. Could have just fathered my Latias, but I'm gonna be able to resist the Flash Cannon and just hit with the Choice Specs Hydro Pump, which is gonna take care of that Hedron cleanly. And now here comes the Mega Venusaur again. Since I'm choiced into Hydro Pump, I'm obviously not gonna stay in, so I'm just gonna go into Crocodile, knowing that I could probably take a Giga Drain and maybe get some chip damage on him with an Earthquake before going for the more heavy stuff like Psyshocks. And since this is his last Pokemon, I can pretty much I know I can wait. It's not his last. Never mind. He still has his Donphan, and I don't know why he switched it in there. There was not really much I could do to his Venusaur, but with 2 Earthquakes, I believe I'm gonna be able to take out this Donphan before it can hit me. And now, the Mega Venusaur is his last Pokemon left. So, at the amount of HP I am, I'm just gonna get an Earthquake off to get some chip damage off, because I know he's not gonna be able to get much recovery with the Giga Drain, since I am only in like a quarter of HP. And you see, it's gonna bring him back quite a bit, but still it's a little chip damage, which is always nice. Now, not thinking about the HP again and the Stealth Rocks, I'm gonna bring in my Latias, thinking I could get a Psyshock off just to chip away, but no Psyshock for me. So now I have to bring in my Starmie, and now I'm just gonna go for the Psyshock, and it's gonna bring him down quite a bit. And since again I'm at fairly low amount of HP, he's not gonna get too much recovery taking me out with the Giga Drain. And now I can pretty much bring in my last Pokemon, which is the Mienshao, and I'm gonna be able to go for a Fake Out U-turn combo, which is gonna be enough to take this Mega Venusaur out, pretty much just by chipping away on it with last 4 of my Pokemon, turning this into a pretty close 1-0 victory for me. So that was the battle I had against Pirate. If you enjoyed it, that's fantastic. That's really what I hope for with my videos. I'm gonna try to get more Wi-Fi battles up as well. I haven't been really that motivated to battle lately, so we'll see what ends up happening. I might actually try to shift over and get a little bit more VGC content, just because I'm trying to get more into the format, and just really something I wish to get more into. Be sure to check out PirateBirdXBA's channels, that's plural, as well. He makes cool music and cool cartoons, and he's just plain awesome dude. So yeah, have a nice day. Bye.